What is up, everybody? Riley here from Hodson Motors, back again with another giveaway, this time with this amazing 1988 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Such a nostalgic, awesome family cruiser, off-roader, the whole 9 yards. This thing is wicked cool, and I can't wait to show you it. If you are just stumbling across this here on YouTube, here at Hodson Motors, we collect, build, buy, and restore, and give away awesome trucks just like this one here. So we are giving this truck away. If you are watching this giveaway before June 29th at midnight, this giveaway is live. June 29th, 2025 at midnight, this giveaway is live. If you're watching it after that, check us out, hodsonmotors.com, or here on YouTube for our most recent videos. You might just see that we're giving away something equally as cool, or if not even cooler. But if you're watching this video between June 23rd and June 29th at midnight, this giveaway is live, and your chances to win it are live right now on hodsonmotors.com. This will be a pretty short walk around as this truck is very original. This is a blank canvas giveaway, as we like to call them. So, you know, every other giveaway, we have a very custom truck that we've done a ton of work to, and these videos are to showcase that work. And then we have giveaways like this, that this truck is very original. It's got a lot of tasteful modifications that we'll show you, but for the most part, this is an original truck with an original drivetrain and all that kind of stuff. And so we'll just kind of walk you through it and show you what it's like, show you what it's like to drive it, and hopefully this gives you a good idea of what it's like. So first things first, let's just admire that woody Wagoneer, that woody paneling down the side. It's in great shape. I'd give the woody paneling down the side a 9 out of 10. It is very complete. There's a couple of the little wood plugs that might be missing down the side, but it is in very, very, very good shape. And it just looks killer against that new dark gray metallic paint job. So this truck was a maroon truck originally. One of the previous owners, I don't know which one it was, repainted it in this dark gray, which is a factory color. They must have just liked this factory color better. It looks really good. It's about an 8 out of 10 on the paint job. It's not perfect. There were some corners that they cut, and you know, some of the taping wasn't quite right, but Sterling worked his magic and made it really, really, really shiny, so it looks really killer. It is a great looking truck, and it contrasts that wood paneling really nicely. This has the square headlight grille that you see in almost all of the 80s Jeep, full-size Jeeps. So full-size Jeeps are J10s, J20s, Wagoneers, Cherokees, the whole nine. So it's got that really nice, really good shape Wagoneer grille there with the square headlights. We did our LED headlights like we always do to help that with that nighttime driving. Factory bumper with the bumper guards and the lower chin spoiler as well, all in really good shape. I'd say all the chrome trim, the roof rack trim, everything around this truck is in amazing shape. Again, like a 9 out of 10, so very good. So down here in the wheel and tire department, we've got our stock 15-inch wagon wheels here wrapped around, or that are wrapped with some brand new Milestar AT Pros. These are 31-inch by 10.5 R15 AT Pros. This tire is made in America. It is a phenomenal tire in the wet, in the dry, in the dirt, the whole 9 yards. This is a killer tire from Milestar. Again, made in America, and very quiet on highway, the whole 9 yards. So brand new 31 inches wrapped around those 15-inch those wagon wheels. We've just went through the whole truck and did a ton of service to it. So service the transmission, service the engine, did all new brakes, the whole 9 yards, new steering components, all that kind of stuff. We also did a 2.5-inch lift up front here with some helper springs up front from Rusty's Off-Road to clear these 31s. This is how this truck should have come from the factory. It should have fit just like this. It's the perfect like station wagon plus stance. And these trucks were marketed like a station wagon. They were not marketed as a full-blown off-road or full-blown SUV. They were marketed as a station wagon that had four-wheel drive that wouldn't get you caught in the snow. But I think this is the stance it should have had from the factory. It's freaking perfect. But again, 2.5-inch lift with Bilstein 5100 shocks. It rides really, really, really nice. So as we keep making our way down the side here, again, you see that full woody paneling all the way down here. That rear tire. So these are cool because these Wagoneers were cool because this rear fender sits lower than the front fender. It gives it that classic look, but again, these tuck up nicely in the fender well. It's kind of funny when you're off-road and it kicks rocks up, they kick up and they hit the fender well. Kind of funny. Everything's good there, but again, they tuck up really nicely, no rub, nothing like that. They're really, really, really cool. As we make our way down the side, you're reminded that it is a 4x4. Again, all the chrome trim in really nice shape, especially all the window trim. If you get on and you want to restore one of these trucks and you got to go find all of this stainless window trim, it's very expensive. It's very hard to fit on there nicely. The roof rack's in great shape, even with the wood insert on the roof rack as well. So again, all that stuff in really, really, really good condition. As we make our way back here to the tailgate area, again, chrome trim all there, all really nice. This is an electric tailgate, really cool. This little cover flips over and you put your key in there and then boom, down comes your tailgate window. So operates perfectly smooth, in really good shape. If you've restored one of these Jeeps before, you know that sometimes those can be quite a bit of a bear. And then down comes your tailgate. Back here in the back, one of the high grade trims of this Grand Wagoneer is this truck had the Jensen audio package. So you had rear speakers back here, nice speakers in the door. These are not the original Jensen speakers. They have been replaced with some really nice Morels. If you know Morel, they make competition audio, really nice. So in that box back there that the previous owner had made, in there is a 10-inch subwoofer, nice ported box, sounds really, really, really nice. But the all new carpet throughout this thing, it's in super good condition. And one of the great things about these Wagoneers is that that seat will fold forward and all the way up against the front seats, where you get a whole ton of space back here, almost enough to get like a 4x8 sheet of plywood back there. Not quite, but again, you could put a mattress back there and camp out in this thing really nicely. With that being said, as we started to talk about the interior, we can go up there and hop in, but I'll show you. Window rolls back up super quick and very, very, very nice there. Again, back here in the back, now the truck's a little bit dusty as we went down a little off-road, and you'll see in our video later. Got it a little dusty, but it's you know what? It's a Jeep. It's supposed to be dusty. But again, factory rear bumper. But again, all this trim is in such good shape. The wood paneling in the back is killer. It looks really, really, really nice. Very complete Jeep. And then down there, you got your tow hitch. Again, this is a 2.5-inch lift, so an add-a leaf in the front and a lift block in the rear. We did that because, you know what? I don't think anyone's really be towing with this thing. I wanted to prioritize ride quality, and it rides really, really, really well with this lift. As you see in the video, as I start to talk about how it rides off-road, we've done a lot of like nice leaf spring lift kits on these full-size Jeeps, like from Deaver and BJ's Off-Road, and you know, nothing is going to ride better than a block in the rear and an add-a leaf up front. It just rides super, super, super nice. However, you know, with that stock spring, it's going to be a little bit softer, so towing, it's going to sag on this a little bit. So there's a sacrifice to be made there. But again, a truck like this can be a cruiser with your family. I don't see anybody out there really pulling anything crazy serious with this thing, but it does have a tow hitch if you need to hook up to your little trailer. So with that being said, let's go hop in the front and let me show you all the goodness that is inside this truck. All right, so let's talk about this interior. Previous owner did this upholstery and they did a bang up job. This thing is so stinking nice inside. So a lot to cover here, but again, I would just start off by saying this is a 10 out of 10 upholstery in here. I mean, it looks super good. There's some things, maybe it's not a full 10 out of 10. The kick panels might need a little bit of work as the cardboard of the kick panels has gotten warped and whatnot. But besides that, headliner, no sag in the headliner, in great condition there. The visors are in great shape. These seats are just amazing. It's got this nice, these were reupholstered, but they're in really, really, really good shape, and the upholstery looks very good and very period correct with this insert, the cloth insert, and the pleather on the outside. It's really nice. The door panels, all the wood grain trim is all there, and it is in killer, killer shape. This steering wheel, leather wrap steering wheel, I don't know if this was reupholstered or if this is original. If this was original, man, this is the nicest original steering wheel. I don't think it is. I think it was reupholstered, but again, very, very, very nice. What's funny with these full-size Jeeps is Jeep was sourcing from GM their steering column. So this is actually a GM steering column, has a square GM key in the whole 9 yards. So just one of those fun facts. And it's nice because this steering column is incredibly readily available. I did it, steering columns are this same column as well, so it all works together nicely. But boom, key goes on. In here you got your air conditioning, your heat, it all works. These Grand Wagoneers were the luxury version of the Wagoneer. So you got things like power mirrors, power door locks, power windows, and all of that works on this truck. And I mean all of it. The mirrors, the doors, the windows, they all roll up and down. It is really, really cool. Even these seats are power seats up front here, and they are great. They are super comfortable. The seating position is wonderful. And again, the power seats, they work. They go up, they go down, they go left, they go right. They're great. So power seats are killer. But because this was the luxury, you know, station wagon-esque version, you got things like four-wheel drive on a switch, electronic four-wheel drive, rather than your more hardcore off-road four-wheel drive where you'd have a manual transfer case and locking hubs. You got this. So you got a two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive selector switch, and then on the floor down here, you got your low range and high range selector that goes down on the floor. Kind of interesting and funny the way Jeep did it back there, but it all works. On the dash, all of your gauges work 100% properly, your light switches, all that stuff. So this is very Time Capsule-esque, which is really cool. But again, all this wood trim here, really nice. A previous owner did this Alpine double din, and so he could do a backup camera, and it works really nicely. So that's nice to have. It's something we're going to go in and change up. But that all works great and wonderfully. But again, wipers, the whole 9 yards, really cool, very, very, very nice. You get your rear window switch in here as well, so you can roll that window up and down from here. Everything is great. Everything is dandy. It is just freaking sweet and an absolute time capsule. But again, very comfortable. Put your whole kids in the back. If you're a family of 6, boom, you get your jump seat in the middle. You've even got a seatbelt in the middle. So you can put 3 people up front, 3 people in the back, and still have all that room in the back for all those people. But again, 10 out of 10, almost maybe 9.5 out of 10 on this upholstery in here. Again, those Morel speakers. He's got components with tweeters up top. Sounds killer. Sounds really nice. So let's pop the hood, show you what's under the hood, and then we'll go drive it. All right, so under the hood here, we have the famous or infamous, you know, some people really love this engine. I'm one of those people. AMC 360 V8. Just a quirky, peppy V8 engine, old school. But this was rebuilt by the previous owner with documentation on this. It runs so stinking good. I'll go start it up here. It's got new exhaust all the way back. It sounds really, really, really nice. But it's got a Holley Sniper fuel injection system on there that is tuned 100% perfect. This thing runs so nicely. And then this is air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, the whole 9 yards. Behind the AMC 360 is a Torque Flight 727 or A727 3-speed automatic transmission. So with the 31s and the gearing in the axles, this thing will do 70 miles an hour pretty comfortably on the highway, as you'll see in our video, 65 to 70 miles an hour. But again, it doesn't have overdrive, and so if you're trying to do 80, 85, it's not going to be quite so comfortable on this thing. I think you can do that occasionally to pass somebody, but again, 65 to 70 is going to be his most comfortable cruising on the highway. But again, with that Sniper and the rebuilt 360, it just runs like an absolute top. Let's start it up so you can hear it. All right, so I think that's pretty much it for the things that I want to talk to you about on the truck. It is amazing. If I had to give it one word, I'd have to say just effortless. It just feels so right to be in it, to cruise around, one hand on the steering wheel. It's just a blast to be in. It's very comfortable, and it just does a lot of things really, really, really good. I love the ride quality. I love the peppy little 360. It is an awesome, awesome truck. It's gonna make one of you very, very, very happy. So with that being said, let's just clip in those driving impressions of us driving it out here and show you guys what it's like to drive it on the street, on the highway, and off-road. So let's talk about city driving. In the city, you know, as an everyday run around town kind of truck, this thing is so good, guys. It's so great. It's got great turning radius. It's got great acceleration from a stop. That 360 is very happy from a stop, so you kind of get off the line real quick. It sounds great, and so it's kind of fun. You know, you get that classic truck, old school V8 rumble in there, so we really love that. But it is a one-handed driver. You know, one hand on the steering wheel, other hand on this nice center console. I have to say, so we had a 1981 Jeep J10 Honcho that we gave away right at the beginning of our business, and it had these seats in it, but the manual version of these seats, not the power version. Those were my favorite seats, and just being back in these seats again, it feels so good. They're such a good classic seat. They're so comfortable. And this armrest, it brings me back to when my dad and I first started doing this, because I drove the wheels off that Honcho, and so it's really fun. But again, brakes are great, steering is great. We did our 2-inch lift kit, and it turned out wonderfully. And you know, with the 31s on here, it's geared properly as well, so that's all really nice. Yeah, so for city driving, it's absolutely wonderful. We got the AC kicking. It is hotter than sin in Las Vegas right now. It is like 110, and our AC is keeping me nice and cool in here. Plus, the truck has a good amount of insulation. You know, in the late 80s, they started to finally figure that out. Like, hey, we got to insulate these trucks a little bit more. People are baking inside these things, and so this thing is pretty cool inside the cab. With the window tint and everything else, it's pretty nice in here. But again, brakes are good and happy, no problems there whatsoever. Steering's happy, and it's great. One of the best things about these full-size Jeeps, back to these seats, but about FSJs, full-size Jeeps in general, is they just have great seating position. You kind of sit a little bit farther back from the dash, a little bit lower. Your hand rests on the steering wheel nicely, so it kind of feels more like you're driving a car than it does driving a truck. The steering wheel comes out at you and faces you rather than driving a bus. It feels like you're driving a car. Really great seating position. And then these are the power seats, and they are infinitely adjustable, which is great. So you can really get yourself nice and comfortable. I'm crazy comfortable in this thing right now, and it's great. So even in the hot Las Vegas sun, we're running 185 degrees right at our thermostat temp. No overheating problems, no oil pressure problems. Our alternator's happy, everybody's happy. And we're gonna go hit that gas station on our way up the mountain. So we'll hit that gas station first, and then we will do some freeway driving and show you guys what that's like, and then we'll do some trail driving and show you that. right, we're getting on the freeway now. Getting up to speed, just totally easy. Merge on traffic here at 50 miles an hour. That was just totally fine. Getting on the freeway and stuff, it's gonna be fine, but is this gonna be something you wanna drive out of town and be able to do 80 miles an hour in? It's not. With the 31-inch tires, it's happier on the freeway than when I got it, but you know, and you can do 65 comfortably, but anything over 70, you are pushing that thing pretty far. So I'm doing 60 right there, not a lot of drone behind me, nothing crazy, not a lot of wind noise, very comfortable, one-handed still. You know, perfectly fine and happy there at 65 miles an hour. All right, we are getting close to the trail here, going up the Mount Charleston Cow Canyon Road. I got my window down and my air conditioning off because I am no fool to drive my old Jeep up this steep mountain grade with the air conditioning on. I am not asking to be overheated, so you know, I want to keep it real with you guys. You know, she's doing fine. Pulling 55 miles an hour up this mountain road. This is the steepest road in Vegas, so this is the testing road. So she's doing great. Alrighty, we are doing some off-roading. Not really. This is just a nice Forest Service trail that we have out here in Las Vegas, Paris Springs Road. What we have for lift on this, we've got that 2-inch lift, so just an add-a-leaf in the front and 2-inch block in the rear. And you know what? I'm really happy that we made that decision with the Bilstein shocks and everything else. This thing rides off-road really good. And those AT Pros from Milestar are great tires, so made in America also. But yeah, again, it rides super good off-road, and there's no bumps here. Steering is perfect, even off-road. Even some of this washboard stuff, it's pretty great. I'm able to go over this washboard stuff pretty quickly, and it's pretty comfortable. So I think for some off-roading and something like this, it is pretty money. You know, I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I didn't do a bigger lift kit. I don't think we would have this good of a ride off-road. So again, for a family cruiser that you're going to do some off-roading in, do little trails in, throw some stuff in the back, I think you're going to be really happy with this thing. All right, with that being said, and showing you guys what that's like, I think that is it for today's walk around video. We hope you guys liked this video and it helps you make a decision whether or not you want to enter in to win this thing. I hope that you do want to enter in to win it because it is absolutely wicked cool. I love full-size Jeeps. They have such a soft spot in my heart. So if you want to win it and you're watching this again before June 29th, 2025 at midnight, go to hodsandmotors.com. Every $5 is one automatic entry in to win the truck. So get on, spend 50 bucks, get those 10 entries, spend 100 bucks, get 20 entries, and so on and so forth. So get on, get your entries in, again, before Sunday, June 29th at midnight, and you might just be taking this truck home, plus $10,000 in cash. Again, if you've liked this video, we hope that you will subscribe to us here on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, where we post every day about the truck, at Hots and Motors, Facebook as well, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, make sure you subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Peace.